Greetings, Warriors Group. How you guys doing now? Welcome back to the channel. Now, as you guys can tell in the title of the video, distracted. Okay, it has been about, I want to say, a month since we uploaded our previous or our last gameplay here on the channel. Past 2 months, I've been a little bit distracted. We've only did 2 episodes of Tormented Souls. I still have to edit at least one video of it because I did record something, but I have to edit it. So just to let you guys know at least what I've been doing on my downtime, I've still been in my Discord party chat with people that I consider my friends. I still chat with them and everything. I still hear be gaming, like just randomly. I beat the PS1 games of Harry Potter, the Sorcerer's Stone, and Chamber of Secrets on my emulator here not too long ago. I'm trying to beat Final Fantasy 16, Nier Automata, at least those 2 games before Stellar Blade comes out in June. And we also have the Doom the Dark Ages coming out this month. I actually got the collector's edition actually on the way. It should come here on the 9th. I do plan on making a video of that unboxing if you guys want to see that, because I'm excited for it. But so I've been doing some games every now and again. I do got to beat Final Fantasy 16. I got to get up on that and everything like that, but I got to be in a mental capacity for being those type of games, because you guys know how Final Fantasy is, right? So getting into that on what's been distracting me lately from making content and everything, and why I'm mentally not there, because I was watching my gameplay of Tormented Souls 1 and 2, and I'm into the game right now. It's hard to keep a high energy for certain games like that because I'm so focused and all that good stuff like that. And then once I spent that energy or my focus on that, then I got to edit, right? So that's other mental capacity that I got to take into, along with also working. No excuses or anything like that. I mean, all kinds of creators have to go through that as well. I got to find a way to balance it, which I'm pretty sure I'll get there and everything. Just there's been other things on my plate lately, which I'll get into. So some stuff in my personal life I'm not going to really get into. That's besides the point. But there's 2 major things that have been distracting me on a lot of things. The last one is crazy. I'll actually get into that. So the first one, you guys keep asking about Nico. Nico's fine, okay? Which I freaking stand why people like Nico. Freaking the dude is the most handsome, beautiful, gorgeous dog of the damn world. I get it, okay? But something frightened your boy a little bit. After I recorded my Tormented Souls episode, I want to say a couple days later, right, I found droplets of blood on my hardwood floors. And I was like, okay, what's going on? So I know it wasn't me. I know it was my brother. I looked at Nico. Nico was just laying on the living room floor. He was just chilling like normal. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So I wiped the blood off and everything like that. It came off, all that good stuff like that. I didn't see anything wrong with Nico. When I just looked at him, I was like, hey, you okay? He walked up to me. He was good. He was fine. So I was really confused on how this blood got on the floor. I was like, okay. Now, mind you, this is back in March, and I just got hired at my new job and everything like that. So my focus has been on the job and trying to get a pet sitter here to watch Nico while me and my brother are gone for work. Because right now, my schedule is it sucks. I don't get the house to myself at all. And 2, my brother's schedule almost aligns with mine. So Nico is home alone for hours. So I have to get a pet sitter here and work on that and everything and all that good stuff like that. And also, I'll keep it real with you guys, being unemployed for that long a time, it put me into a little bit of debt, which I will get out of at some point and everything. And then I'm also focused on the Japan trip that I'm going to be taking with my friends that we planned about, I want to say 2 years ago, which, by the way, everything is now taken care of. Everything is bought. All the hotels are taken. So I will be going to Japan this year. My passport actually be on the way. So I do want to put that out there for you guys. I will be making a vlog for that. I don't know if I want to do a multiple part series on that or just one big fat vlog of 2 weeks of being with 3 of my closest peeps. But regardless of that, okay, so that's just a little good news in the snippet of what I've been working on as well. Now, going back to Nico, okay, so after everything started to settle down, I didn't see anything for a hot little minute, and then after a while I saw it again. Now this time I knew it was from Nico. I already knew that the first one was from Nico. I just didn't know where it was coming from on his body. It was really confusing to me, because we just went to the vet before I started the new job and everything was a-okay. He got his new shots, he's good, all that good stuff like that. He's fine. So in the hardwood floor, Nico has trouble running. He doesn't get no traction or anything like that, right? So I was about to feed him, and when I was going with the bowl and everything, he was doing his little cartoon run where he's running, but he ain't going nowhere, right? And then all of a sudden, I saw the droplets of blood following him. And then I was like, whoa, 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 right? So I stopped, and I saw on his back right leg, if you guys know a part of the dog where like it goes from like the elbow of the leg and then to the foot, right there, there's this black thing that's on all dogs, but it was bleeding. Now the thing was that was worrying me, it wasn't like pouring out, it was just droplets, just constant droplets, and then after like 10 maybe 15 seconds it stopped. But Nico wasn't in pain, he wasn't limping, he wasn't doing anything, he was just fine, he was just happy-go-lucky self. So I wiped the blood, I wiped the wound off his leg, trying to figure out where it was. And Nico always had a thing where like if I touch his paw, he'll back away and everything like that. Unless I like tell him like, hey, it's okay, and then he calms down. So on his back leg, he was doing that a little bit, and then he stopped, just like normal. So I was like, okay, what the heck is going on? So because it wasn't causing him any pain, I didn't want to worry about it too much. I was like, okay, maybe, maybe it's all right. I mean, that's kind of weird that it happened twice. Then it happened a third time, I want to say about a week and a half later, and this time he limped for about 5 seconds and then he stopped. He was good to go. So I'm really concerned about what is going on with him. Now, of course, when you Google things or about sickness or anything with humans, dogs, whatever, Google makes you think that it is the worst disease in the fucking world. So I immediately got off of Google. I was like, all right, this ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna freaking research this. So with the funds that I have, I'm trying to build up my savings while I'm also paying off debt and everything. Nico, right now in my life, is the most important thing to me right now. Okay, so on my day off in the morning, actually I take the back. It wasn't on my day off. It was, I had to work, but thankfully they were able to fit me into a morning just to get him checked out. So he got checked out, but of course, unfortunately, when you're at the vet or you're at a doctor, what symptoms you need to show do not show up. Okay, they looked at his nose, that he had like a little issue here, like on one of his nostrils. And they said it doesn't seem like if anything is anything wrong. It seems like he's rubbing his nose on something repeatedly, and that's why the little scab that's on his nose just keeps coming off. And more than likely is because when we're in the backyard, he's probably rubbing his nose on one of the fence because my back door neighbor, they have a dog, and he's always curious and being on there. That's probably why, but it's not affecting him. So the vet said, don't worry about that. They couldn't really check out his leg because he wasn't bleeding. There was nothing going on. There was no signs of it, so they don't know what's going on. So they gave him some antibiotics and everything like that. I paid for that, all that good stuff and everything. And we went back, we took the antibiotics, but like really, I can tell that nothing really is going to be working on this. So I still have the antibiotics in case future issues, but they're good. And they're saying, 2 weeks and 2 weeks, come back so we can check it out. And I'm like, so where my funds are at, that ain't gonna happen. Nico's fine. If you don't see anything after you check him out, I ain't gonna worry about it. So now I recently got paid, and we went to the groomers, and Nico was a big fluffy boy at this point. I usually get him groomed at least once a month, but this time it was about 2.5 months. And there's a reason why, and that's the third reason why I've been gone for a little bit, why I haven't been able to focus on content. So we finally get him groomed, and the same woman who grooms him and everything like that, as she was going to his back leg, I think she told me she accidentally like cut it when she was going down his leg because she didn't know the situation. I didn't tell her. And so she called me and said, hey, he's bleeding out his back leg. Are you aware of that and everything? And I was like, yep, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Vet said he's fine and everything, but she said it's more than likely a wart that was on his leg, and she accidentally cut that or aggravated it, and that's why it happened. But she said, he wasn't crying, he wasn't acting out or anything like that. Nico was still being Nico. And I was like, yeah, I know what's going on. I took him to the vet. Everything is fine. We just got to make sure he doesn't aggravate that. And hopefully we can at least have that heal so we don't have to worry about it no more. So right now, just to let you guys know, Nico is fine, but that was concerning me for like a good little while and everything. I thought there was like some underlining signs of something. He's 7 years old. He's not old, but he's not a puppy either. But we all know fur babies are still babies regardless of how old they are, at least to my eyes. So he's fine, but that was concerning me for a good while. Now this is the big one. The next thing that's been distracting me a little bit as well. Okay, so you all know I was in my home when I used to stream. It's me and my brother that live here. My brother lives with me. The oldest of 6. He lives with me, and I'm the youngest of 6. And he lives with me. Okay, and it's only temporary, obviously. It almost happened, but because of my situation and everything like that, I told him he can stay a little bit longer as long as he keeps up with the bills and everything, which he has. So we worked out things and everything is good. So he's gonna be here for a little bit longer. Now, between me and my brother, me and him don't use the water that much unless we're washing clothes, doing dishes, blah, 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 and everything like that. So on my utility bill, water has always been consistent. Electricity is usually the one that fluctuates, obviously, because we both got our PCs. We both sleep with the TV on. I'm one of the people that cannot sleep in the dark and just silence. Okay, so like I can't do that. If y'all do that, y'all are built different. Y'all are in the world of y'all own. I can't do that. I gotta have at least background noise or something. So I'll usually always put a YouTube video on in the background. More like Dashy, my favorite YouTuber of all time, or Berleezy or anything like that. The Row, Residents of Evil, or some travel channels. I have my certain channels that I have as background noise. I never use like the whole music thing or anything like that. Like Lo-Fi Girl. I never really put that on the background for for noise or anything like that. In this particular case, I know, mind you, everything in this house, bills, house, and everything is in my name. I do it all. My brother has a set amount that he pays me a month, and he focuses on that. I take care of everything. So I know what my utility bill looks like. Now, in March's bill and the April's bill, there was a significant increase, and I'll be honest with you guys. So electric bill is usually, well, the utility bill is always a certain month. I won't get into how much it usually is, but it's usually a certain amount that I'm okay with. March's bill, and I'll show you guys right here. March's bill was $529 and some change.
Damn.
Okay. Now the electric and the sewer I can tell was an increase a little bit, and then the electric is usually always steady where it's at right there. But the water got me because I was like, there's no way me and my brother use that much water. Okay. And then I was like, okay, so this time I'm gonna be really petty with it. When I turn on the shower, my shower usually is pretty quick on, you know, warming up and everything. I can just jump right in. But when I brush my teeth or anything, or when I shave my head, I went petty with it. I turn off the water every time I wasn't using it, turn it on real quick, and I turn it off. All that good stuff like that. And Nico, I don't use the faucet for Nico. I always have a gallon water jug and everything for him. He gets the cleanest water. I don't play that with him. So I make sure I didn't use a lot of water. So for some reason, now mind you, in the previous months, water is only like $60. Okay, just putting it out there. Water is usually only like in the $60, maybe $58 that we use. It's always been there. Okay, in the months when everything is fine. Last month was the biggest utility I've ever seen and actually paid. It was $829.
Damn.
Now, mind you guys, I was at work when this email came to me and I saw this and I immediately wanted to flip out. Thankfully, I only had one more hour of work left so I could vent properly in my car on the way home because I was really confused on how the funk that happened. Now, as I'm looking at it, I'm seeing the electric is normally the same, sewer went up, and then I'm looking at the water, it substantially went up. So I'm like, okay, one or two things are happening. Either someone is stealing my water, which is highly unlikely, though it can happen. Where I live in here, everyone here minds their own business. So I don't think it was anything of that. And people that moved, no one moved inside the house next to me, none of that or anything. So I'm confused on what's going on. Or I have a leak and I just don't know. So I told my brother, and he said he hears a noise in his bathroom, AKA the guest bathroom. And he said maybe that could be it. But when I checked it the first time before I left for work to see if there was a leak, I didn't hear anything, at least in that time. When I went to his bathroom and I got home from work and he was already home, me and him both went in the bathroom and we heard something, and it sounded like AC just going in the bathroom. That's what it sounded like. And he was like, maybe that's it. And I was like, that could be a leak. I'm not sure. Now, to open the crate to check our water meter, you need a special tool to open that freaking thing. I don't have the tool for that. So I had to call our utility company. They came out here actually, I think the next day that after I called them. They came out and I was at work, but they called and confirmed to me that, yeah, when the water is on, you are losing about 2,500 to 3,500 gallons of water per minute. This is what he's telling me, which makes sense because my previous bill was 64,000 gallons of use in a month. And then the previous month before that was 50,000 gallons a month before that. So it was only going faster and being used a lot more. So he said the meter was moving when the water was on, and then I turned it off and the meter stopped. So you do have a leak somewhere. Do you have any idea where it is? I told him what was up, all that good stuff. So he told me where to shut the water off. I thought it was actually in my garage, but no, it's actually right here under this window is where the knob for my water. So he said for the time being, when you're not using it, just turn it off. And then when you're about to use it, turn it on real quick, do what you got to do, and then turn it back off to at least save you some money and everything. And then whenever you can get somebody out here to fix it, then you can give us a call, and then we can hopefully like at least do a credit adjustment, all that good stuff like that. But however, I'm renting my home, so I had to call the rental company for all that good stuff like that. So it took a while because they had to get somebody out here to confirm it, which I already told them that they did, but they did that. Then the plumbing company came and all that good stuff like that. They had to come 3 times to confirm that there's a leak, to find out where the leak was, and then finally repair it. So they had to come out here 3 freaking times to get that done. Lo and behold, they fixed it. I don't hear anything more. So it's nice now. I can just keep the water on, and when it's not being used, it's not being freaking used. They fixed that. So right now I'm still waiting for my freaking credit. I was like, for that, because I did not cause that leak. So they gotta give me a credit, either money off of my rent or send me a check. I'd rather just take money off of my rent, to be completely honest with you. I'd rather do that. I hate dealing with checks. So lo and behold, guys, that's literally what's been going on in the last month and the month prior, along with some little stuff personally, but nothing crazy that'll distract me from making content. But those 2 were the biggest things. So, and I wanted to make this video because I was on YouTube, and on the homepage was one of my videos. And I was like, you know, let me watch it. And I can tell just how much fun I have doing this. I wanted to let you guys know I love doing this. It is fun. And not only that, someone who I call a friend has been on my booty saying, hey man, you voluntarily signed up for this gig. You wanted to do this. You've been making videos since 2018. Do it. This is your thing. You want to do it. You want to do it. He said, you may have stopped streaming. That's perfectly fine. Make the content, make something, and just have fun doing it like you used to. And it's true. And I still do have fun doing it. It's just some things have been distracting for me. He said, just let this be your distraction if you can't do anything about X, Y, and Z, at least in that moment. And he's right. So I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm going to do my best and everything like that. And plus with the new job, there's still a couple of things I got to take care of with this new job because I'm still the new guy. I think after next week, I'll be done with everything I need to for the job. And then I'm good for all the new hiring stuff, all that crap like that. Because something was delayed. Thank you guys very much for sticking with your boy. I know the previous video I uploaded was just a funny little video of Lethal Company. I played with my friends on that just to do that. And then Matthew, I don't know if you're watching, my man, but he commented saying you should have streamed it and everything like that. And thank you guys for that. I've been getting some comments or at least some messages saying that they miss when I streamed and everything like that. And I miss it too, but guys, I'm good on streaming. Because I'm not gonna say for now or never say never, who knows? But I'm good on that for now. I do sincerely appreciate that. I do even highly advise people to stop re-upping on memberships because I'm not really delivering on that. Save that $2, man. But I do appreciate that for those that did. Thank you. Pretty lengthy video, so I gotta make sure I edit this to get this out for you guys. But regardless of that, hey, look, I love you guys. A friend who told me about making content, he knows how much I love you guys and how much I was fighting to get this channel up and going, to get over even 100 subscribers at that point, and then 500, and then we finally made 1,000, and then lo and behold, we're close to hitting 5,000. We're close to it, but I'm not making enough content to get that traction and get the algorithm going for that. Regardless of that, I do love you, really. I do. I'm still keeping up with things as much as I can with like Resident Evil. I'm still hoping for something about Resident Evil 9 or the next remake or something. I'm still keeping up with stuff like that. Still new games that I'm still trying to keep up with. There's some games I'm really waiting for, like Tides, I think it's called Tides of Annihilation, the game we saw at State of Play that I'm looking forward to. Stellar Blade coming to PC in June. Doom the Dark Age is coming later this month, which I'll be making a video of the collector's edition unboxing, so look out for that whenever I get that. I still got some other games I got to play and beat, like Final Fantasy 16. I do want to play Nier Automata to beat that. There's some other games I got to play and beat, like Okami is another game I got to play and beat. I'm still looking forward to the release date trailer for Phantom Blade Zero. Like, there's a lot of things I'm still looking forward to. I'm still trying to keep up with, but making content, all that stuff like that, things has just been a little bit distracting, but everything has been fixed. I'm still dealing with Nico's thing, but it's not a constant thing. It's just something I'm looking out for. And I put bandages on his freaking leg to keep it from doing that, and he keeps licking it, and then it just slips off his freaking leg. So I gotta find a bandage that doesn't like really easily do that. So hopefully I can at least have that on so it can heal properly and everything. And of course, dogs lick their wounds and everything like that. He knows what he's doing, but at least want that bandage on there so he doesn't reactivate it. At least. But regardless of that, guys, that's what's been going on, at least on behind that camera there. And speaking of that camera, that's actually a new camera that you guys are looking at because my previous one broke because the shutter malfunctioned because I left my camera on 24/7, even when I wasn't recording or anything like that. With this new camera, I turned it off now when I'm not using it. So I learned the hard way and I had to spend more money to get a new camera. So yeah, so that's another thing, but that's besides the point. Y'all didn't need to know that. I don't even think I told anybody. Anywho, regardless of that, guys, hey, look, I love y'all. Thank you very much for sticking with your boy as usual. Always got to say thank you. I hope to at least beat Tormented Souls. I still want to make content on that. I still got to edit a video on that. There's still some horror games I got to freaking play as well. At least some indie horror games. I miss getting scared. I miss that. Oh my God, I missed that. That was some of the videos I was looking at. It was like some of the horror game videos and I was like, Jesus, I love this crap. But anyway, and I love you guys too. Anyway, guys, hey, look. Thank you guys very much for sticking with your boy. I hope you guys mental health is freaking on top tier. I hope you guys physical health is top tier, and I hope just your emotional health is top tier as well. And I hope everything is going well in your guys' lives, financial health, all that good stuff, family, friends, pets who are also family as well. Hey, I hope they're all doing really well, and I hope you are doing well. I love you guys and hope I can see you guys very soon. I'm gonna at least try to edit the next Tormented Souls video to at least get that up to hopefully get a start on things. But there's some things I still gotta focus on, everything like that. But regardless of that, hope I can make some more, and just want to let you guys know what's been cooking. I'm not gonna say really cooking, but going on behind the scenes here. So hey, thank you guys very much. Hey, I love y'all. Please take care.